Alright guys, back here with another video. I'm going to be starting off with a new segment, which is going to be the top three. It's going to be having to do with applications on your phone specifically. This one here is going to be having to do with changing your diet. Obviously, I would say one of the most difficult things about starting a good diet and eating right is both time and keeping track of all the ingredients that you'll need for, preparing your meals and what's good for you and what isn't. And of course, there's tons of different meal options out there depending on if you're vegetarian, if you're vegan, if you are really into seafood, and so on. So I'll start off here with the first one, which is called the Fitman Cook, and we'll go into this app. And I'll try to go in, explaining on what the app is really about and what benefits that you get from using this app. All right, now that we're on the app here, you'll see on the top you have a menu where you can slide left to right, kind of seeing what's trending on the app. Once you scroll down, you'll see that there's tags for each tag here. Underneath it shows you how many meals specialize in these specific tags. That's what their main, area of what the meal is about. That being said, I'm going to go ahead and click on Hard Gainer. I'm going to go ahead and click on, let's say, sweet and spicy beef meal prep. Now, once you click on it, you'll see that there's other categories where it fits in. It's a meal prep, meat, post-workout hard gainer, as well as a high protein meal. Now, of course, there's a video with this one here. You can kind of go back and forth between how many servings that you're trying to make. And of course, now you have the ingredients list. What's really nice about this app here is, of course, you can go ahead and add it to the shopping list. I'll do that in just one moment. But you also have different steps exactly on how to make it, how long to make it, very in detail, as well as the nutrition of this meal. How many calories, carbs, fat, protein, sugars, and fiber. And you can add it to Google Fit, which is another app if you were wanting to. But once you go ahead and add this to the ingredient list, I can go ahead and view list. And there you go. It's by recipe, so it'll tell you which recipe that these are for. And you can kind of check them off if you want to too, just knowing what you're wanting, or what you already have, of course. On the bottom here, of course, that's where you click to go to the shopping cart. Meals that you favorited, as well as the recipes where we were before. And upgrade. So of course you can upgrade the app if you wanted to. Now, when you go to the meals here, you'll see that once you click on whatever meal it is, on the top right, that's how you love that app or that specific meal. When you go back here to the heart, now one of your favorites are right there for you. So that's number one app that I would recommend, just because of the fact that it kind of helps give you ideas of different meals that there are. And I mean, there is a lot. So yeah, go ahead and take a look at that if you're interested. And we'll go on to the next app. Okay, now this is one of my favorite apps to use. Have been using it lately just because I've been eating out a little bit or I've been really busy. But the way that this app works is you go ahead and put your goal weight in. It's 175 pounds, and I put in my current weight being 145 at the time when I updated this app. And it gives you an idea of how much calories you need for the day, how many carbs you have left for the day, how much protein you have left to eat for the day, and how much fat you have left to eat for the day. Of course, on how much you've eaten, which I'll show you how you input that information, as well as how much you've burned, which also I'll show you how you put that information in. Now go ahead and scroll down here. Let's say it's the beginning of the day. And of course you can add how much glasses of water you had for the day too. But let's say you go ahead and click on breakfast, which it gives you a recommendation of how much you should have. So we'll go here. You can go to categories by specifically looking up, kind of inputting the information yourself of what you ate. Or you can go to barcode scanner. I'm going to go ahead and click on that real quick. And we have here some tuna salad, right? We'll go ahead and do that barcode. And right away it comes up. Look at the back of this item here. 220 calories came right up. So now when you scroll down, new nutritional information of how much for the day that you had out of your goal. 77% fat, 11% of the protein, 13% of the carbs. Of course, if you get the premium app, you can kind of see all the other information as well. But if I go ahead here, and let's see here, container, hit the check mark here. Now it's added to the list. So if I go back real quick, 220 eaten, as well as 0 burned, and how many calories I have left. My fat, where I'm at, it kind of gives you a diagram. Same thing with the protein, same thing with the carbs. Now when it comes to the exercise, we'll go into that right now. So we'll go here. Let me go ahead and find it real quick. Exercise. And automatic tracking you can do. You can go to different apps that you already have. If you have Google Fit, you can add it to this. Nokia Health, Keep Runner, Fitbit, so on and so forth. Or, of course, you can add in how much you worked out. So, abdominal crunches, 30 minutes. It's going to give you an idea. If you go ahead and click that real quick, 30 minutes. Let's change that real quick to 100 minutes. If you want to change that here, so on and so forth. That's how you're going to add that in there. So if I go ahead and just add that many minutes in, and I go back here, scroll to the top, that's how many I've burned, that's how many I've eaten, that's how many I have left, how many calories I need to do to make up for how many I've burned. So I'm actually going to be getting my weight in the time that I want it to. But yeah, it's just a pretty cool app here. Scroll through their dinner, snacks, exercises, life score, and all that kind of stuff here. A little bit with different kind of eating. Just different premium accounts that you can have, which with this app, I actually really am going to pay for it because I really want to start taking care of myself a lot better and paying attention to what I want to eat, as well as recipes. So this one here actually has different recipes if you only want to have one app to kind of keep track of. But yeah, this is the second app that I do recommend. All right, so this app here is a really nice app just because it's information really about everything. You can kind of find a little bit of everything on this app. When you get to the home page, when you scroll through it, it has different articles, and I'll tell you the date that it was added. So you can go and look through here real quick. What are the benefits of intermediate fasting? Can you eat grapefruit while taking metformin? Just random articles here. Now how coffee protects the brain, so on and so forth. Now if I go ahead and click that that eye on the top there for information, you'll see here it gives you information of things that you may want to know. What foods are high in calories? What foods are high in protein? Foods that are high in iron, so on and so forth here. Very, very informational because sometimes people are looking for specific things. Maybe they don't need more iron, so they're going to want to stay away from things that are higher in iron. They need food with high fibers maybe. Well, these are some of the things here. Now, when you go over to kind of diet that you're looking for, are you an athlete, vegetarian, weight control, detox, so on and so forth. If I go ahead and click on the athlete, now here we go, diet for endurance, muscle building diet. We'll go ahead and click on this one here for muscle building diet. And then there you go. It gives you a little thing here. You can go Saturday, Thursday, breakfast here, Tuesday. Sets it already up for you based on this plan here. High energy. Now if we go back, go to the star there. That's your favorites, of course. And of course your home is right here. So this app here is one of my favorites just because there's information on here that you would never really think of. You know, you may have never heard of this kind of tea before, but if you want information on it to see if it's something that could benefit you, on this app right here, you can go ahead and take a look at that. Anyways, thank you for watching my videos here. If you haven't already, please go ahead and subscribe. I'll leave the link to all these apps in my description. if you're interested in checking them out. And then please go ahead and like the video.